Hi there everybody, welcome to the AMI Z Show. My name is AMI Gill, aka Inspiration, and I'm your host with the most, bringing you episode 6 of season 2. Now, this episode is called Inspirations 420, and it's being released on 420, which is April 20th. And the reason this show came about is because I have been a strong believer that medicine, aka marijuana, aka weed, aka cannabis, aka the doobie, aka whatever you want to call it. So basically, I believe that this medicine is good for a lot of people. And unfortunately, in the UK, it hasn't been legalized, and there's been a lot of petitions to get it legalized. But they haven't succeeded. And also, having lived in California and the USA, where everything is medicinally and recreationally available, I thought maybe, because I've seen the health benefits from the US, I could bring some of that research that most people are familiar with, and bring the show to you guys so you can make your decision on whether or not you think cannabis should be legalized in the UK. Saying that, we've got a lot going on in the show today, so let's carry on, or let's move on. You'll notice I say move on a lot, and we're going to be having a lot of fun. And for all of my high friends, stoner friends out there, please do me a big favor. Even if you're not a stoner friend and you like the show, go to this big red button on YouTube and go to our website and subscribe. Please do that. It will really help the show. Okay, moving forward, 420 on, and actually talking about our websites. We have 3 websites. The first one is called the amizshow.com, and this website is basically going to give you information regarding the show, and it'll bring new episodes to the website, and any shorter videos, because the whole episode is like 50 minutes. So if you want to watch shorter videos, then you can come to the website, theamizshow.com, or even go to IMP LLC TV on YouTube. Then we have a second website, which is inspirationstock.com. Now this is where you can buy all your merch, everything inspiration related. And also buy merchandise for other artists that are under the Inspiration umbrella through Inspiration Music Productions, which is our third website. So inspirationmusicproductions.com is where you'll see all the new artists, all the new music brought to you by Inspiration Music Productions, and a lot of creative content. So, it's really good to go and check us out over there. So saying that, let's move on to the show. Now let's get on to the first segment. Okay, the first segment today is Inspiration's Common Sense. Here we go. Enjoy. Okay everybody, so we're here on our segment Inspiration's Common Sense. So there's a few things I wanted to discuss on this segment. To start with, I want to discuss the opening of schools and businesses too soon. I believe it's not a good idea to open up schools and businesses. It's affecting the economy, and we've all done really well as a world community to try to tighten this hold on the coronies. And by opening schools and offices and everything, you can end up in the same situation and have to loop through the same thing again. So maybe it makes sense to hold off until the summer holidays are over for children. At that point, you have universities opening, businesses can open. It'll be more time. It'll be safer. Over a few weeks, schools get on. And then, again, the spread can happen. Whereas you get 2 months holidays in the UK, you get, holidays all over the world during summertime. So that extra time can really help us. So that's first thing I wanted to talk about. The second thing is the healthcare workers around the world. Now, I had a segment on episode 5 of the AMI Z show, The Resurrection of Inspiration, where we discussed the NHS and the healthcare workers and the first responders, all of the people that are on the front line. Now, what has been happening in the UK is, some of the public has been going really crazy. They've been slashing tires of ambulances, spitting on healthcare workers. They're, throwing abuse. Some workers are so scared they're not willing to wear their uniform to work just in case they get abused. And they're calling them virus spreaders. Virus spreaders, come on. I mean, these people are lifesavers, not virus spreaders. So use your common sense and basically let's help these frontline staff rather than, make things more difficult for them. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is 420. Yes, 420. Let's get a bit lighthearted. Let's enjoy the show a little bit. He's a brother from another mother. His name is Hifey Spittaz, and he's from California, USA. He's from the Bay Area. Everybody knows the Hifey effect, and part of the 14th January crew. He's born on the same day as Inspiration. So yeah, we are part of the 14th January crew, and we'll be bringing a lot of cool stuff to you guys very, very soon. But for now, here is Hifey Spittaz. He's giving us some of his Patiently Waiting lyrics. This is a new single that's going to be dropped very soon.
Hello.
Sorry, J9.
Happy Spittaz.
Sorry, J9. Sorry, J9.
Check it.
Patiently waiting, been patiently waiting. I've been patiently waiting. I'm patiently waiting.
Hello.
Patiently waiting. I've been patiently waiting. I'm Hey, I go by Happy Spittaz and I'm yelling out hello. I'm just sitting in my cell waiting to use a phone. I made trademarks, I'm a trendsetter, watch me go. And I got different styles like I'm a chameleon rogue. I'm trying to hold back from going crazy, maybe skits. I can't wait to go home and eat some damn grits. I can't wait to lay my head on some damn tits. I'm like bumming the Willis, my track make hits. I was sitting in the cell cause a nigga snitched though. I got paperwork to prove it, yeah, he a hoe. He should've known that snitching is the big no-no. And I ain't playing yeah for reals, man, he gotta go. I can't wait to go to court, this is some bullshit. I can't wait to get out and release his hit. And that's for California, maybe I quit. But until right now, yeah, I guess I'm just patiently waiting. I'm patiently waiting. I've been patiently waiting.
Yeah.
Patiently waiting.
Hello.
Patiently waiting. I've been patiently waiting. Hey, if you didn't hear before, hello, can you hear me now? I'm not just shit, I'm diarrhea, can you smell me now? This guy's not the living, I'm past that, can't see me now? I'm like you pop the molly on it, can you feel me now? I want to tell it to that but see, I'm savaging now. I'm patiently waiting for my chance to blow, I'm all now. For real, I got dummy vocals, you should hear me out. Hold on, wait a second, listen nigga, check this out. Now you can hear me, cause I can do it too. We're better than some of you dudes. I write my own song, so don't be surprised, because my brain is $1 billion enterprise. I never got the diploma, I still graduated. I'm still a smart killer, Stanford, but sophisticated. I'm not gassing, the term we use is flatulating. So stop hating, nigga, you pass that, so congratulating. Patiently waiting. Been patiently waiting. I've been patiently waiting. I'm patiently waiting.
Hello.
Patiently waiting. I've been patiently waiting. I'm check it. Said it's freestyle with a freestyle now. I'm on the block to folk Cuddy said the freestyle. Wow. We do that thing that phone to the back to sell with this EPA passes. Says phone to the block to G-Town. Go to the block where I stay on the block. That's on the block. You do this thing that's on the block. They talk that shit with a get your bitch. I knock them out. They fucking socks. I do the thing with a fifth tune. Pass a set like a duck doom. Do the thing with a fifth tune. Boss tripping next to the full looms. Hello.
Hello.
Hypey Spittaz pimping. Yeah, coming at you later.
Boom.
We're not gonna be diarrhea, but we're gonna be food poison no motherfuckers. Hello. Let's go.
Hifey. What are you saying, yo?
Don't know. Just one spot though. On the spot, bro. Don't stop though. Don't stop though. That's what she said. Don't stop though. Keep it it going, yeah, keep it going. When it's happy feeling, my pipe is flowing. I do my thing and then get the pain. And no catch stats, no got a main. And I do the shit and no fat to bit. If that catch stats, not rip the shit. And I have it spitters go. And I think stats, no spitters afloat. Do my thing with the best, with the backpack, cast his head, with the folks, with the got, with the do the shit, with the fire, to the flip, pass the vocab, with the fast, with the Glock. Then I do the thing with the EPA from, with the path, with the ass, with the gas, with the gun. When I get you wrong, run around with the gun, with that's with the ass, with the knife, what's the fun, no shit, with the black, hat, with the stay, had to creep to the back. Do the thing with the fast to the fact, we hit the bang bang with rat to tat tat, the tats for fast, the spitters that go, go to the fit, fall for the fit, spit this shit. Hifey spitters, I can spit it slow, man. Wanna spit it fastest, my flow's like NASCAR. Wanna hit the gas, I got dummy chest. Bustin' with the politics, 4-5 shot checks, with spit this shit, nigga spit it, and no fat, and that cat is getting no filter spells, and that cat is shit, and no filter spells, and that cat and shit, and no fat a bit, and no fat stats, and no fat shit, and no do the thing, just ain't right and shit, at the top of the head, nigga, I'm fighting, bitch. Fat stats, and don't get it, fat, and don't stats, no, then I get it. When the fat stats, and I happy spitters, and I stack the chips, and I'm with it. When they do the thing, and I'll take it, bitches. Fat stats, and no false bitches. I give them more pussy than 10 false towards with the dance, with his life like sack of bitches, no fast bitches, and I'm down to the bottom when they post the test, and I made it to the top. Yeah, but now I'm at the bottom again. They put them fast for the start, but it won't stop me. But I'm about to come up fast. The up, fast on up. Do the thing, nigga. The sky's not the limit, nigga. Look up. Yeah, fast for the get it from the task, for the raining, don't pass, for the fending, don't pass, for the second, don't do. They defending, don't pass, for the cat, there's no second, though. Who, which rep? Illuminati? Nah, nigga. Who? Nah, who, nigga? Don't need no beat. Who? Not me. Not me. Hey. Where did I go? Hop, spitters, the flow. Do my thing, this acapella. I go, and I go with the beats and beats, with pass, the seats, with a fast, with a cast, with a gas, with the seats, when I do my thing, nigga, when I smash in the beats, in a, yo, I said we been, I go, I'm on the path of somebody giving happy spitters the flow. We do the thing in front of the platters on the thinnest of soul. I'm on the black folk, Cuddy said the niggas I flow. We do the bleed it, bleed that, pass through the Cuddy, so the bleed that, with the things on the set, when I bleed that, with a fab on the caddy and I speed that, with the old nigga said it's as fast as acapella that go, with acapella was fast, and not the fella with stats, I'm not the fella with stats, and then you get it, the stats, and I can spit it for floors, and I can go with the gold, and they got get it, so that shit fast, so the bitch, we do that thing, nigga, when I'm fast, and I'm bitch, and I gotta make it, nigga, the fist, we do the thing, from the block, that shit's licking the fist, this and the licking the fist, the pass, caddis, and fist, the pass, ass on the patties, and I'm ripping the shit, yeah, she back it up like a dumb shot, like a dumb shot. Yeah, nigga, I ain't gotta say my name. Hello, yeah, you know who it is, man. We just stepped in the club, me and the crew, man. Yeah, we iced out every fitted, man. We walked through, it's all eyes on us. It's like we're out of this world, it's like a prize on us. Or could it be the way we look so unique like us? Chicago River, how she flow and use the flow as a must. Ayy, like Juvenile said, back that ass up. She's into it too, she's watching me thrust. I'm not complaining, I'm not gonna fuss, but the way she back it up, make a nigga wanna bust. Then she drop that ass down to the floor. Then she pop the booty up real slow. I like how she made the booty roll like a ballerina. That she even did it on the tippy toes. Her zodiac sign, yeah, nigga, I know. She ain't a gymnast, but she shook it like a blue nose. And the drink I'm on is blue adios. I'm double fisted cause I'm doing the most. And pittis and sauce with a backpack, caddis and sauce. I do my thing for the caddis like I'm representing the pearly ghost. Yeah, I do it, I'm doing with a good. It's bay, nigga, but fast, nigga, it's fast, nigga. I said it, nigga, I'm doing with a pass, but it's fast on the cast note. I did it fast, but I'm fast though. When the niggas know that it's fast note, I don't need no beat, no course note. The pass said it, but I'm fast note. The pass note, when I get it, when I spit it, nigga, I spit it though. They come behind me, I'm the spitters. Pass stats when I get it. Do my thing when it gets first, when the back stats and I'm with it, nigga. It's fast notes and I go. Pass stats when I'm slow, when I do my thing with a nigga, with the watch me, then go. Hey, nigga, she in the club and she got the stick. She got a shaking that ass, nigga, to settle. I pass it off the fellow and she shake it like it's jello. Do that thing, I guarantee she gon' do it that late at night without the beats. Those straight stilettos. Yeah, nigga, I like it how she get it though. She sucking the dick, she riding the shit. She bouncing up the bouncing, then she flipping the shit. She do the thing and phone the third and then I'm watching the squirt. I'm watching the flirt with a pat foot, watching me flirt. I do my thing and I ain't gotta say nothing to a girl though. Cause nigga, I'm sexy as fuck, nigga, yeah, look at me, bro. That's and then I get it past the shoulder. I pick the spitters and send the feeling, nigga, I'm steady like a slave gone wrong. I read it cause we hot boxing niggas, bitch, nigga, spit so hot, fighting the nigga, this is fitted. Kinda sense that I fitted, these windows was tinted. But now it's all funky with it, the spits, the passes, the cast, the fast nigga, I'm with it, the shit, I'm with the shit, the cast for the fast, the fit, so don't talk shit and niggas check you down, the shit, I ain't turning down shit, nigga, I'm catching off phase, though, I pass it for the cutty, for the nigga, I'm from the bay, though, I move the for the cutty, for the splash and I spit it, roll, the pass it for the cutty, nigga, watch me just get it, though, I'm a beast, roll, I get it, nigga, spit, the pass for the cutty, the happy spit it, ayy, and I can spit it slow, spit it fast, my flow's like a NASCAR, nigga, when I hit the gas, I got dummy chips, with hollow tips, 4-5 shots, Kayla's Zeus. When I spit that shit, niggas have his way, niggas have it day, niggas have it play, niggas have it stay, niggas stack my chip, gotta scrape it, whip, gotta scrape it, bitch, gotta scrape it, bitch.
Fuck high five.
Hey, so cut it off before.
Obviously I'll do some editing, but in this moment in time with the video, that was sick. So,
whew. Hey, then that's called freestyle.
Hifey, inspiration right over here. Peace, one love.
Open the door. My bad. Hello.
That
Goodbye.
Was sick. That was sick. All right.
That was Hifey Spittaz, Spittaz, and Hifey with an I, Hifey. So Hifey, he will be showing us a lot of his talents in future shows, and we'll have an opportunity to chat to him soon also. So moving on, let's go on to our next segment. And so this next segment is Inspiration's Chat with Z. So from last episode, you might remember Edson and Mr. Edward Archer is coming to show number 6 with some of his thoughts. He is fast becoming my sidekick, and yeah, he's a good. Everyone seems to like him, so I thought let's keep him on the show, and let's you know, him being on my company roster, anyone who's in my company will be on the show. So that's a warning for you. If you sign to my company, you're going to be signing to come on the show. Again. Oh shit! Maybe I need this on. I need this on, dude. Okay.
What's the thinking behind the suit?
It's part of my show at the moment. It's the AMI show. Have to look sexy, right?
Scene. Sexy. I suppose it is.
Okay, well, you want to say hello to everybody yet?
Hi, everybody. What's up?
I'm going to bring out this video we recorded the other day, the 421. You remember I was saying I'm going to bring out a video because I want to legalize marijuana in the UK.
What video? I don't remember talking about that.
Yeah, you probably do. Hi.
Well, alright.
Dude, are you turning into blood and Crips shit now?
Let me just get the broom, man. I need to sweep.
And I assume that he is currently residing with you, hence.
Why are you speaking all posh and shit? Currently residing with you. No.
Employee number 2 joined the ranks. So I'll let you know. It's up in the air. It's my neighbor. It's my neighbor, man. I call him Bob. Bob's gonna be employee number 2 if I can get him.
I know a guy called Bob.
Yeah? No,
I know a guy called Bob.
You
like him.
But, huh?
He reminds me of you.
Oh yeah?
He's
That's awesome. Thank you, Ed. But Bob is someone that you would have to end up working with, right?
No, I used to work with Bob. I don't anymore.
No. This is a different Bob. This is a different
All right.
Mr. Archer.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bob, he just lives right next door to me. So the segment's called Over the Bob with Inspiration
Fence.
Show lockdown style. Because obviously he's in lockdown in his house, I'm locked down in my house and my neighbors. He can talk whatever he wants to talk, and I'll just talk and, like, you know, perfect employee number 2 right there.
What do you think about the NHS and them being on the front line? You know, putting themselves out there. They're not part of an army. They're not part of, like, you know, the soldiers, and, you know, and they don't have the same amount of money. Like, you know, they don't have the same budget that has previously been allocated for, like, military projects. And, you know, so these guys barely have any protective gear to, like, keep themselves safe from the coronas. Have you any views on the NHS in the front line?
Well, this kind of shit doesn't really work in capitalism, does it?
Why?
Because they get privatized, you know, profits get maximized, wages get minimized. Shit's just spread bare. No one's giving it extra shit where it might not be needed. They're waiting for everyone to moan and complain before they actually cough any shit up, because they want to keep all the money and give it to their shareholders and whatever. So, you know, if you're a shareholder, then you're part of the virus.
Well, I have a company. If I make you a shareholder of the company, so right now the company's probably not worth very much, and I say, hey, Edward.
How does that? Tell me how it works. Like, you buy shares with a certain amount of money, and then they go up in value, and you get more money back. So how did you earn that money exactly?
It depends.
By enabling the business somehow.
Yeah, if you're trading on the stock market, that's different. But if you imagine you're working in a company and I say, Ed, I'm going to allocate you, maybe 50% of the shares of my company. Yeah. So I'll give you them, and then I'll also give you, like, you know, dividend payment based on profits made through the company. Now, that doesn't mean you're a bad guy. I mean, I don't know, automatically because you're a shareholder, does that make you a bad guy? I disagree. I don't think it would make you a bad guy. You wouldn't automatically just switch and become that, would you?
Ignorance is no excuse.
Ignorance is no excuse.
Yeah. Say I just tip a load of toxic shit into a river, people die, fish die, ecosystems get damaged and whatever. I can't just be like, oh well, I thought, you know, nature, on account of it causing trillions of dollars of damage by the coronavirus, nature is a terrorist and it needs to be destroyed. Is it, mate? Billions of dollars. We need to find nature and lock it up in a prison forever, preferably execute it with a lethal injection, because it's causing untold damage to business, mate. This is terrible.
Okay.
Do you like my MC debt?
Let's think. Do I? Sorry. Your MC.
Like my MC debt.
Your MC debt.
My little top knot.
Oh, is that?
No one's getting a haircut for like 3 months.
Right, so that was Inspiration's chat with Z. Thank you very much, Ed, for your contribution over there. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, all right. Okay, moving on. So moving on to Inspiration's World News. Topic that I want to talk about today is with UK cannabis regulations. Now, the way the government works in the UK is that petitions get put forward, and if you get 10,000 votes or signatures, then that petition moves into Parliament and gets discussed. Now, there's a few petitions that are currently out there. I thought it'd be good to bring to the show. That make cannabis legal for recreational use for ages 21 plus, which has 1,631 signatures, and then we have 807 signatures for legalized cannabis for recreational medical purposes. Previously, historically, there has been a petition that did go through. It says, allow the British people to vote on cannabis legalization. So on that petition, there were 18,381 signatures. And this was the petition to allow British people to vote on cannabis legalization. So this is to allow people to vote. Now the government responded and said the government has no plans to legalize cannabis for recreational use or to hold a vote on the legalization of cannabis. Okay, so Inspiration's World News. Let's look at the COVID numbers again for the coronies. So this is from COVID Visualizer. This is going to be the infection rate, death rate update from the AMI Z show. So the United Kingdom today has over 107,890 cases, and today they have 6,500 total people that have died in the UK. So that means a lot of people have actually died. So it's pretty cool now. It shows you a little curve over here on the chart showing the cases in yellow, the deaths in red, and recovered in green. So UK, not looking too good. The US has 41,777 people that have died so far, and 669,440 people have been infected. Wow, the US numbers are really, really skyrocketing. I mean, I heard this week that China has released some numbers, so something happened with China, and they have now got 4,632 deceased. So there was a day that they got 1,300 deaths in one day, and they were being accused of hiding their numbers, as we were thinking on the AMI Z show. So looking at India, India has 559 people that have only died. Come on, India, only 14,242 active. Okay, either testing definitely has not happened there, because those cannot be the true numbers. There have been more than 559 people that have died in a 10-mile radius of myself. So I think maybe this needs to be looked at. Going into Germany, let's see what Germany's doing. Over here, 4,706 deceased, 50,192 active. If we go into Italy, 24,114 deceased, 108,000 active cases. And another France, 20,000 deceased over there in France. Wow, it's crazy numbers. In Spain, 20,852 deceased, 98,771 active cases. So these numbers really, really, they don't look good for these countries. But I've heard in Africa, the numbers have started to increase, and it'll be interesting to keep track of Africa and see how the various different areas are being affected over there, because they don't have the healthcare system and the resources that a lot of the countries that we've just seen do have. Total active cases, 1.65 million this week, and total deaths coming up to 170,000 people. Wow. It's a lot of people. Okay, so those are all the numbers from this week, 420. So it's been a lot of infections, a lot of deaths, and fingers crossed everything gets better very, very soon. Okay, so moving on from Inspiration's World News, we're moving on to Inspiration's Conspiracy Theories. So now this segment sort of follows on from the segment from our last episode, where we had an intelligence military officer from China tell us some stuff about the coronies. So this is again a conspiracy theory. There's no truth to it. Maybe it was just fun, so I brought it to the show. We can discuss it again if you want to leave some comments about the theories. We can always look into them further. But this is part 2 of the story from Wuhan. So take it away, Fred Emoji.
Just to give you one example, there aren't actually any nuclear weapons anywhere in the world. The US and the Soviet Union scrapped them all in the 1970s, as did their client states. Everyone realized that those weapons could not be used without destroying the whole world, so there was no need for them. But by pretending that they still had them, the big players were able to keep the non-nuclear powers in line. Let me return to the virus. Last year, large-scale anti-government protests erupted in Hong Kong. The Standing Committee of the Chinese Communist Party considered these to be a grave threat to the integrity and stability of the motherland. The US government and the EU both knew that the Chinese were secretly working on a biological agent that was supposed to make the protesters docile and obedient. Without going into detail, I worked on that project. We tried to develop a sort of spray that could disperse from helicopters and drones, and that would lead to mental retardation and behavioral change. Naturally, as Hong Kong is one of the most open and international cities in the world, the party decided that it was too risky to release the agent in Hong Kong without first testing it. For this, it needed a great number of human guinea pigs. 2 groups were identified for this. First, we rounded up a large number of so-called Islamic radicals in Zhejiang province and took them to what we call training camps. We had been already using these camps for human experimentation for several years, but the Hong Kong protests meant that we redoubled our efforts. We exposed the inmates to various alpha experimental agents. As these were odorless and invisible, the subjects were not aware that they were suicidal depression and death by organ failure could easily be suppressed, as the camps are located in very remote parts of our motherland. Once the initial experiments had yielded the beta agent, it was transported to Hubei province, where it was deployed in a special military testing facility outside the city of Wuhan. This was not even a particularly well-kept secret. The existence of this facility had been reported in the international news. Even the fact that it is located close to the wild animal market is a known fact. By then, our president had already introduced a social credit system that allowed us to identify disloyal, counter-revolutionary, and bourgeois elements in our society using the social credit scores, which are taken from online activity, electronic shopping behavior, and reports from informers in civil society. We selected some of the worst offenders. These included human rights lawyers and activists, Christians, homosexuals, artists, intellectuals, people who speak foreign languages, and other undesirables. Once these troublemakers had been collected and placed in the testing facility, we exposed them to the agent, which is biochemical in nature and spread in an invisible aerosol akin to certain viruses. Initial results were encouraging as we saw significant cognitive decline and reduction in higher mental processing facilities. Essentially, our undesirables were becoming mildly mentally disabled, which is precisely the effect we wanted to produce in order to pacify the restive population of Hong Kong. Unfortunately, it quickly became apparent that this agent also had other effects. To be continued.
Okay, so that was Inspiration's conspiracy theory with the secret military intelligence officer. So watch out for part 3 next episode. And moving on, we're going to be going to our next segment, which is Inspiration's health review. Okay, so part of Inspiration's health review, we're going to be talking about the health benefits of cannabis or marijuana, right? So basically, what are the health benefits of marijuana? Well, I saw this nice little article which sort of gave you a breakdown of some of the benefits of marijuana. So I'm actually going to just talk to you guys about it. Here you go. We'll just go to the website. And let's bring that up. There you go. So now, okay, so this is Health Europa by the Medical Cannabis Network, and they have 20 health benefits of cannabis that everyone should know. So I like this story. I'm just going to read some of this. So cannabis can be found in various forms, and health benefits of cannabis is ever growing. Here, Tara of Cali Extractions gives us an insight regarding the diverse benefits of the plant. Cannabis contains CBD, which is a chemical that impacts the brain, making it function better without giving it a high, along with THC, which has pain-relieving properties. Both substances can be extracted and enhanced for the use through short path distillation. Users can get the following health benefits of cannabis. Okay, so these are the 20 health benefits of cannabis. So, number 1, relief of chronic pain. Number 2, it improves lung capacity. Unlike smoking cigarettes, when smoking cannabis in the form of cannabis, your lungs aren't harmed. In fact, a study found that cannabis actually helps increase the capacity of the lungs rather than cause it harm. This will be good for the coronis, maybe, because it's a lung condition. So if you're a smoker that smokes cigarettes, maybe it's better if you smoke some weed. Right, so number 3, help lose weight. So calories right there, huh? Regulate and prevent diabetes, number 4. So moving on to number 5, fight cancer. Ooh. Okay, number 6, helps treat depression. So number 7, shows promise in autism treatment. So number 8, it regulates seizures. Number 9, mend bones. Number 10, helps with ADHD, ADD. Individuals with ADHD and ADD have trouble focusing on tasks at hand. They tend to have problems with cognitive performance and concentration. Cannabis has shown promise in promoting focus and helping individuals with ADHD, ADD. It is also considered a safer alternative to Adderall and Ritalin. Number 11, treatment for glaucoma. So number 12, alleviate anxiety. While cannabinoids is commonly known to cause anxiety, there is a way around that. Taken in monitored dosage and in the proper way, cannabis can help alleviate anxiety and calm users down. Number 13, slow development of Alzheimer's disease. Number 14, deal with pain linked to arthritis. Number 15, helps with PTSD symptoms. Number 16, helps provide relief to individuals with multiple sclerosis. Number 17, it reduces side effects linked to hepatitis C and increases the effectiveness of treatment. Number 18, treats inflammatory bowel diseases. Number 19, helps with tremors associated with Parkinson's disease. And number 20, helps with alcoholism. So that was really good information on the health benefits. I want to know a little bit more about the actual different strains and different types of products that are out there. So there's THC products which are better more for your psychological well-being, and then there's CBD products out there which are, they relax your muscles and they don't have THC in them, so it doesn't have that active ingredient that gets you super high. But yeah, so these are some of the products here from this website that I really like. It's called leafly.com. It gives you all the information that you need for cannabis related inquiries. It gives you information on all the different types of flowers you get and the concentrates, edibles, vaping. And you can also, get delivery to your house if you're in the US of A. Now, if I go into the creative and we look at Blue Dream, the Blue Dream is here, and this is some information about Blue Dream. So it's got a little thing about what it does, and these are the effects. So this is really what we're interested in. So this one has feelings, helps with, and negatives as a category. And under feelings, we have happy, euphoric, relaxed, uplifted, creative. Under helps with stress, anxiety, depression, pain, insomnia. And then under negatives, dry mouth, dry eyes, paranoid, dizzy, anxious. So you see with this one, it's more good for you being relaxed, uplifted, and happy. So that's the Blue Dream. Okay, so this is information from a website called worldpopulationreview.com, and it shows you all the populations of the world and where it's illegal and legal to get marijuana. So if you go to, let's say, Canada over here, it should be legal, and if you go to United Kingdom at the bottom, it should be illegal, and for United States it's legalized in 33 states. India over here is obviously going to be illegal. There we go, it's illegal, but exception is made for the use of bhang. Now bhang, what is this? Ooh, yes, what is this? So bhang is, okay, there is. Bhang is an edible mixture made from the buds, leaves, and flowers of the female cannabis or marijuana plant. In India, it's been added to food and drinks for thousands of years and is a feature of Hindi religious practices, rituals, and festivals, including the popular spring festival of Holi. Bringing you a video which was created by nutritionfacts.org, and it basically explains a lot of the activity that's happened in researching marijuana.
The popular notion seems to be that marijuana is a harmless pleasure. But what are the potential adverse effects of marijuana use? That's not an easy question to answer. Most studies to date have been cross-sectional or rely on self-reported health. Cross-sectional means a snapshot in time, so you don't know which came first. Are people sick because they're smoking marijuana, or are they smoking marijuana because they're sick? And if you just ask people how they are, pot smokers may be like, I feel great, even if they're actually suffering from some health problem. Few longitudinal studies have been done, meaning studies done over time using objective measures of health until now. More than 1,000 individuals followed up from birth to age 38, testing associations between cannabis use over decades and multiple domains of physical health. They looked at 12 health outcomes, and tobacco use was associated with worse health for 8 of 12, from impaired lung function to systemic inflammation and metabolic derangements. And cannabis use was associated with just gum disease. That's it. Cannabis use was unrelated to other physical health problems. Now, but wait a second. I thought cannabis didn't kill. Cocaine kills thousands of Americans every year. Alcohol kills tens of thousands. And tobacco breaks the graph, wiping out hundreds of thousands of people in the U.S. every year. But marijuana doesn't even make it onto the graph.
So our next segment is called Inspiration's Technology Briefing. On this segment, what I want to do today is bring you an article from one of my favorite online companies, PC Mag. So they wrote this nice little article on how technology is transforming the cannabis industry. How technology is transforming the cannabis industry. The last decade has been a game changer for the legal weed industry, with numerous states legalizing consumption of marijuana for recreational and medicinal uses. Bringing these products to the mass market has involved numerous scientific breakthroughs. Instead of the minimal processing of the plant, growers are now creating oils for vaping, capsules, edible gummies, and more. As we move forward into a new era of marijuana consumption, it will be interesting to see how technological breakthroughs change the way we get high. Here are a few projects in development that could radically reshape the cannabis industry. DNA sequencing. The cannabis sativa plant is a wonder of nature, a factory for brain-altering chemicals unlike any the world has ever seen, but there is a tremendous amount of variance between strains of the plant, with each grow resulting in a different balance of THC, CBD, and other elements. That leads to a robust market of products, but a hard one to regulate. Modern genomics might be the key to unlocking the plant's ultimate potential. Several leading cannabis growers are engaging in efforts to sequence the cannabis sativa's DNA, assembling a clear blueprint for how the plant generates the panoply of chemicals within. One Colorado-based company claims to have developed a method to use CRISPR gene editing to grow plants with no THC or CBD at all. These customized beads could also carry different flavors or be easier to grow. In addition, they are discovering enzymes within the plant that produce even rarer cannabinoids, including CBC, which is thought to have powerful anti-inflammatory effects. One end goal is to extract the genes that produce these chemicals and implant them back into yeast or bacteria for industrial production without growing a single plant. Personalized products. Finding the right blend of THC and CBD can be a challenge, as people's individual biochemistry causes them to process cannabinoids in different ways. While specific strains of weed have reputations for mellowness or intensity, there is still a lot of wiggle room present in choosing what to put in your vape. Because this is a psychoactive substance that The consequences of choosing a strain that doesn't vibe with the mind can be a real downer. That's why the next step in cannabis consumption is tailored blends of essential cannabinoids, balanced to your unique physiology. Some companies are already making inroads into this method of personalization. Cannabis DNA administers a $129 sativa swab test that uses 70 genetic markers to create a profile of your responses to notable cannabinoids, then produces a report that predicts your compatibility with different strains. In the future, it's possible that marijuana retailers will combine this testing methodology and bring you bespoke products with individual formulas targeted to the user experience. Right, so that was our segment, Inspiration's Technology Briefing. So moving on quickly, because we've got a little bit of time, we'll move on to Inspiration's memes and funny videos. So I like this little video, and it's from California. This is celebration of 420 in San Francisco, Golden Gate Park.
Que nadie ose despertarme sin un trailer lleno de hierba. Tan solo los 420 de carro y vuelvo a la tierra. Los que van a colocarse 420 te saludan. Mi boca no fumeta y amanezco entre la bruma. Cuido las cosechas y vivo lo que fumas. Aparto mónica con nubes araña yo. Lugar 420 marihuana, 420 conexión, 420 conocerse sin media conversación. También soy yo. Es una clave común en hablar de hierba burlando la prohibición. La Santa Trinidad y te borro corazón con la mano como Jesús entrante y levitación. Colocones te concedo tus deseos y juntar los cañamones mágicos. Disculpará la interrupción, continúo rapeando después de fumar con funk.
So that was an awesome little meme, funny video. That was a production by Ben Sound. So I hope you enjoyed it. Now we've come to that time of the show where I have to go. And just before I do go, I am going to show you guys another premiere. Okay, so this music video is from the new album, The Mask of Z, and it's called The Journey. I hope you liked this video. This was an awesome time in the studio with ZuLFi. And yeah, again, keep safe, God bless, and I'll see you on the next episode. go, before you guys do go, please do click on the subscribe button, this big button over here. Please do this, click on that button, and then click on the bell and get the notifications. And also, one last thing, please click on the like as well below. It will really help my channel. So subscribe, notification, like, please do that, and then hopefully I can bring you more content and grow this company with your help. Thank you again, and God bless. One love. God bless.